Yo guys, what is going on? It is Ryuga here, and today we are going to be analyzing some more killer gameplay. This is viewer submitted footage, so feel free to submit your own because we're going to be trying to do these a lot more frequently. Today we're going to be looking at some Demogorgon on the Pale Rose. So pretty much what our analysis games are we try to watch and see maybe where the game went wrong, what caused the loss. Because usually there are pinpoint moments in the game where you can figure out what went wrong regardless of how well you were playing at the beginning. So let's go ahead and watch this and see if we can analyze what could have went better in this game. And yeah, well, let's start it up. First, of course, we're going to be looking at the perks. So let's see what they have decided to run. Alright, so we got Corrupt Intervention, Save the Best for Last, Barbecue, and Pop Goes. It's not a bad combination on Demogorgon. So at first, you're pretty much doing what I suggest all the time, is trapping all of the generators you start with. You're looking to see who your obsession is. Save the Best for Last one kind of sucks because now you can't really M1 your obsession because you lose a crap ton of stacks. That's the only complaint I have right now. Let's go ahead and see what you do. Right now, you're pretty much doing what I like to do, is trap all the gens. Corrupt Intervention is very good because now they haven't really started a gen, as you can set up your pressure. Whether you choose to not activate your portals as soon as you start, it really doesn't matter. Just take caution because as soon as you activate your portals, survivors can go and cleanse them. I like saving them for when I have barbecue active so I can go pop a gen, but it's completely up to you. Both ways I think work just fine. Alright, let's see what you decide to do. Right now you're patrolling the generator that's not on, which is perfectly fine, but I would not do that. Trapping it is perfectly fine though. Activating your portals because you can't find anybody. Pretty much standard Demogorgon gameplay. Just waiting to find a survivor. That's pretty much how the beginning of the match goes. And there you go. There they are, using your power. No complaints there. Making sure she's not your obsession and hitting her with a fat M1. Alright. She's going pretty fast. I think that may have been Lithe because I don't think that was the speed boost from when you hit her because that was kind of too fast. An early swing in my opinion, but nonetheless I don't think it's gonna make you lose much ground. I try to wait to M1 until I see them vaulting. Although if it's gonna be too close, then I might preemptively swing. Nonetheless, you didn't really lose too much distance. Because the portal, got closed by survivors, you now know where they are. They're on top of the boat. Trapping the gen while you're near it is very efficiently using your power because you're already there. Let's see what you decide to do. So you hear the survivor there. Pursuing instead of kicking the gen, perfect. I don't know if I would have preemptively charged my shred there because that pallet is pretty much... You can't loop it from how close you were to her, so I would have preemptively charged my shred because she either would have had to leave it or, Alright, let's go back here. You kind of got confused. If you look on the right, that's where she ran because her scratch marks are right over here on this side of the boat, so she went back up this way, and then you're going to hear her get back on the generator. This should be a pretty much free down. She camped the last pallet, so I would charge my shred here. It's good leaving the pallet up, though. You're getting a little confused again. I think we're a little frozen, but now we're good. She's pretty much guaranteed dead here because there's nothing out here. A little BM doesn't hurt. I don't know why, but you do you. Alright, let's see what you decide to do from here. Barbecue is probably the best choice. Going off who you see. Just activating your free portal. Also a good idea. They happen to be here as well. Now you realize this Claudette's your obsession, so you're not going to M1 her. Steve is just chilling on the gen. Good use of your pop. We continue looping around. See if you line it up. Yeah, lining it up just right on that Claudette. Very good use of shred. And you kind of gave up on her to go back for the unhook. I don't know if I would have done that, but it still worked out in your favor because there was a lot of survivors lingering around the area. I think I hear that clutter on that gen, so I probably would have went back to it. Because I do not like letting people work on gens for free when I'm around. So let's see if you can mind game her a little bit here. Changing directions, yeah, that's a good use of, you know, mind gaming. If you switch directions, survivors cannot change their direction fast enough to get any more loops on you, so it's pretty much a one-time go around and then you have to throw the pallet. You also, I noticed, when you go back this way, instead of following her to the right, you cut her to the left, so she would have gotten cut off from Killer Shack nonetheless, even if she went to the right side, so going left is almost always the best choice in that scenario. So far, not a lot of mistakes going on here. Right now, playing very optimally. Not much I can tell you to improve on right here. So they're on the gen, let's see what you decide to do. Preemptive swing. Good use of pop. Remember, it's your obsession, so you have to choose whether you're going to M1 or not. If you wouldn't have doubled back there, you may have gotten a hit. But apparently, Claudette did not learn from last time that, you know, she couldn't make that pallet. Alright, let's see how you do here. You're trying to make sure she doesn't get any kind of distance on you, but... Good mind game there. Pretty much you just charge your shred here, and no matter what, she's down unless you miss, or she has dead hard. But yeah, doing that with shred saves all your stacks of save the best for last, so it's really, really good to use sometimes. Not my preferred, but still. So you go there because you see those survivors, which is good because there's 2 survivors there, 1 on the hook. The scratch marks you're following right now are the ones they left, so you pretty much just went in the wrong direction there. They went, you know, they kept going. You saw barbecue, that's where they went. Another good use of pop. Going back to them. Not a lot of mistakes so far. You still lost 2 gens, but you're making very good hook progress. And there's the Claudette. Claudette. Stinky, stinky Claudette. You also see the other guy running up there as well. Max stacks have saved the best for last now, which is really good. She can't make a lot of distance because I've saved the best for last. Nice. She is down. Alright, so you see 1 on that and 2 on that, so pretty much have to decide if they're going to finish that gen faster. Because if they were to finish that gen, it probably would have been better to go for the 1 guy, but it doesn't look like they're going to finish it. Let's see what you do here. She was within M1 distance, so I think I would have M1'd her there. I don't think there was a point in letting her get away, because you can recover those stacks of play with your food real fast. So I think letting her escape was not a good idea. You should have at least injured her to waste more of her time, because she would have had to heal. Making sure your portals are always on gens is always a good idea, because when endgame comes, having portals on all the gens makes it very, very difficult for survivors to do the generators. That's pretty much basic. Oh, yep. You heard her, but ran into Steve instead. Worked out for you in the end. Let's see what he makes of this. Free pallet. But he made a mistake. He was indecisive of whether or not he was going to throw it or not. You're letting her work on the gen for free. Should have dropped Steve. Alright, so let's go back. So, I don't know if you're being nice, or if you just didn't want to drop him, but if you dropped him at this moment, you probably could have saved this gen, and possibly gotten a down, as well as, you know, an injure on somebody else, because you had a play with your food. Or sorry, save the best for last. So she got that gen done for free. Shouldn't have let her do that, in my opinion. Because now you only have 2 gens. Let's see how much that'll affect you in the long run. Maybe it wouldn't have made a difference, but still, I don't think it was worth it. See if you remember that the window's here. Nope, he did not. So if you would have charged up your shred there, you probably would have downed her. Because, let's go back. Let's go back and look at the distance. Let's see. So you're right here. If you would have charged it here and turned the corner, I'm 90% sure you would have... the pole was there, so there's like more like a 70% chance you would have made that if you could have maneuvered around the pole. She kept going to the left. Bloodlust kicks in, so it's pretty much a free down. Charging because you think she's going to use the window again, yeah. She got a little more distance on you than she should have. And then you're leaving her for some reason. I disagree with that, you know. Because she was probably down in the next 5 seconds. Just lost 2 portals as well. You still have pop rolling as well. But I don't think you're going to make the kick in time. Let's see. I don't think so. I think you swung instead of setting a portal, so that's fine. Alright, so far you're still playing pretty well, but there were some mistakes that could have set you back a decent amount. I don't think I see them hiding in the grass. So, you're pretty much solid there. You may have wasted too much time looking for them as well. But I definitely would not have given up on that Claudette. So I think as soon as you started teleporting, she ran in front of you, which started a chase. You wasted far too much time, though, not going on that gen. So let's go back to, like, far. Where were we? It was, like, right here, I think? No, it was right here. At this moment. Right here. So you hear this, and then you hear other people, so you're going to assume that they're there. And then when you go to teleport, you lose the one behind you, and you lose the one there. So when you went to this one, and you found nobody, you should have immediately went back to the other gen. Because I think you gave them way too much time on that, and they probably finished it for 100% free, because look at this. You go all the way back. Look at all that wasted time. Let's see if we can quantify that. Where were we? So right here is when it got broken. So let's see, 8:48 all the way to how long before you got there? 8:48. It's almost an entire minute of doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, you pretty much gave that gen to them for free. That may have just ended the game for you. We'll see what happens though. Because that gen, auto-aim cucked you. That gen should not have been done. Good use of shred. Let's see what you do. I don't know if I would have broken that pallet because it's completely mind gameable. See if he goes for the vault as well. He did not. I think you're a little confused on what to do. There's the obsession. I don't know why you vaulted. Definitely best to go protect that gen. Did I see what I think I just saw? No, I think you're good. I swear I saw a Claudette, but I could be wrong. I'll have to go back and look at that. So far, you're pretty much just applying as much pressure as you can. And, you know, that's fair enough. They're on that gen. Let's see what you do. Okay. So right here, you know the Claudette's nearby, but you didn't really waste any time to kick the gen or look for her. Debatable. She could have still been there, but we'll see how fast the save happens, because it'll probably happen pretty fast. A pretty greedy shred on her. You weren't really too patient, so you could have more efficiently done that, but I don't think you lost too much by missing. Going back to protect the gen. They finish healing under the hook. Must have had. We'll make it. Alright, we gotta talk about something right there. Could we talk about, we talk about this? This right here? This stinky Claudette in the grass. If you would have saw her, you probably could have instantly downed her because she was hiding. So, she wouldn't have been able to run very far. Don't know if that would have cost you the game, but still worth, you know, noting. Steve goes down pretty fast. That gen's almost finished. Claudette comes to take some heat. Hit her, but she immediately gets adrenaline, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what you do from here. It's the end game. There's the Claudette trying to walk, trying to be a blendy. Good to preemptively charge because she's been camping pallets this whole game. I just think you could have hit an M1 there, but I think you were playing it safe. I would have went for the M1 though. They opened a door, so they pretty much are free, you know, free escapes. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut her off from getting anywhere, but I feel like you're just going to lose more distance, yeah. You probably would have had the same effect just by following her. Somebody's scratch marks are here, they're not yours. And then you picked her up, which was very bad. You could have just gotten pallet stunned right there. I don't know where the other person was, but their scratch marks are nearby. They're both in the exit gate, so they probably ran by just to go to the exit gate. If you would have slugged her, there's a chance you could have gotten a 3K because she was dead on hook, but that's preferred gameplay. Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to slug. Alright, so that is gone. Let's see, where do I think the match went completely wrong? I think it was right... this pivotal moment right here where you wasted an entire minute. I think this is pretty much what lost you the game. You wasted the whole minute and you gave them this entire gen right here. Because I don't even think they started the gen until they broke that thing. I think you gave them this entire gen for free. I think that completely destroyed your game. Other than that, I mean, the Claudette in the grass, I don't know if that would have saved you the game. But there are a few things here and there, such as like giving up on, you know, some chases early in the game. I think you probably could have downed them, but other than that, mostly optimal Demogorgon gameplay. Not much to say besides that pivotal moment right there where you gave up pretty much that entire generator, just cost you the entire game. Other than that, I don't really have much else to add. End game, if you would have slugged, there's a possible chance that you could have gotten more kills. Hard to say without it actually going through. These survivors played semi-well. I mean, they weren't the best, but, you know, they played the best they could, and they made good use out of their time. Kind of butt-fuck the generators. Pop goes the weasel. Definitely gave you great value there. You made good use out of your save the best for last, but there are some moments, like M1ing her. So you decided to save the stack instead of getting a free hit on her. I disagree with that, but other than that, not much else to critique. It was really good. Like, this entire just beginning of the game, you played it pretty flawlessly. It's just the end, it just fell apart because of that one mistake of letting that gen get so far gone. Other than that, that's pretty much it. All I gotta say about the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There wasn't much critiquing to do in that game because they played it very, very, very well. Sometimes when you're playing DVD, you play the game almost perfect, and you make one single mistake and you lose the entire game. That's what it's like playing Killer. For those of you who play too much Survivor and you don't know, one mistake costs you the entire game. Like, I'm not talking just, you know, one mistake, oh, it sets you back a little bit. One mistake costs you the entire game. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications. I am taking clips as well, or matches of the video. Just make sure it's in 1080p. Preferably link me a Google Drive that has your, you know, video in it. I'll leave my email and all that jazz in the description. You can also send it to me on Discord. I just want to review more people's clips. Maybe I can help you get better at the game. And, you know, minimal mistakes. If you improve those mistakes, helps you get a lot better at the game. So that's pretty much why I'm reviewing these clips. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you live. and I will see you guys in the fog. Peace. Appreciate you guys watching.